Welcome, marvelous makers,
and art appreciators,
to the ArtSpace podcast,
brought to you by Lemon Street Gallery and ArtSpace,
located at 4601 Sheridan Road.
Stroll on by your favorite citrus-themed art gallery. Actually, don't do that. Don't stroll by. Stroll in.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you can stroll by, obviously. I can't make you come in.
Stroll through.
Stroll through. Yeah. Use it as a means of conveyance from one side of the street to the other.
Yeah. Why'd the chicken cross the road? To get to the art gallery.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Ba-dum.
And if you can't tell from this energy, we're having a silly episode, but a Just Us episode.
Yes, it's our first Just Us of season 2,
yes.
I believe. We did 2 last season.
Mm-hmm.
And
hey, we're pulling that wild card out again.
As much as I love our guests, I have to say I love the Just Us episodes. It's fun. It's a different energy.
Mm-hmm.
We have some adult beverages.
Yes. we for these, we crack open the adult beverages and just let the quacks fly, I guess.
Let the quacks fly. Because that's our sensor of choice is the
Yes.
duck quack. You might hear some this episode.
Yeah.
Although,
Mallard.
if we don't swear, we don't have to edit it out, which means more work for us later and Josh. But, that might be a quack right there.
Yeah, I was about to say. and not Josh.
Another quack.
Cut that out.
I am drinking a High Noon vodka and soda. It is a passion fruit flavored, made with real juice.
Yum, yum, yum.
And vodka.
And I'm boring. I just have a lime White Claw.
A lime White Claw, which you decided was not limey enough.
It just, it tastes off. And I don't know why. And it's got me suspicious. But hey, if I die, I die. Like.
And and my observation was that lime is like the default flavor. Anyways, literally, they have the word natural.
Yeah.
Natural lime.
I want that artificial lime.
No, we need some fake lime.
Yeah. Fill it up.
It's weird that you see just lime without lemon. I feel like lemon and lime are so often paired together.
Yeah, Sprite.
It's like unusual to only see lime or lemon.
Yeah.
I feel like you see lemon by itself. It can go solo.
Yeah, lemonade.
Lime has a harder time going solo.
Yeah, it's a little bit of work for that.
He needs his big brother to hold him up sometime.
Yeah, limeade.
The limeade was a thing at Sonic Drive-In. That was. Yeah. Did you ever go there?
No, I've been to one, but I didn't.
There are not many around here.
Yeah, I know when I had it for the first time, I was like, my first thought was immediately like, damn, these tater tots are really crispy, and I don't know if I like the.
I love those tots.
Because it just felt like, here's a little potato grease ball, put it in your mouth.
What more do you want? I lived in Oklahoma for a while, and that's, I think, where they're from. I think Sonic is based in Oklahoma, I want to say. I'd have to look that up. But we had tons of them down there. Like Norman,
like
Oklahoma.
The equivalent of our Quick Trips, it'd be
Sonic? Like Quick Trip, or I would say like almost McDonald's, basically. Like it's just lousy with Sonics.
Put one right across the road from one.
Oh yeah, I had one within 2 blocks of where I live most of the time I was down there. But it was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but I like the tots. That was kind of my favorite thing. And I would always get a cherry limeade.
Oh, that does sound good, but. Yeah, if you lined up all the fast food restaurants, I don't think Sonic would be very high for me.
Yeah, and it's just hard to find. I don't even know where there is one. I think there's one in Milwaukee area, greater Milwaukee, south side.
I'm not going to go out all the way over there for a Sonic.
Now, IKEA, maybe.
Them Swedish meatballs and the labyrinth that is IKEA.
Now we're right between 2 IKEAs here. We have the one in Milwaukee, Oak Creek, I guess, technically. And then the one in Chicago, which I guess is really Schaumburg or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're very different.
Oh, yeah.
One is much more vertical. I guess just bigger in general.
One is much more vertical.
Yeah, the Schaumburg one I'm talking about.
Let's get controversial about the IKEAs.
Which is better, Oak Creek or Schaumburg? Gotta be Schaumburg, right?
I don't know. I love Oak Creek because I'm right there.
Well, it's closer.
Yeah.
It's even closer if you're in Kenosha.
Well,
I'm probably cheaper because of sales tax or whatever.
Yeah. Maybe. Either way. But.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. We're having fun.
It's a Just Us.
Yes. We're having fun drinking some beverages. Doing this not a little last minute, but rearranging schedules because I need to actually do some artwork.
Yeah, are you an artist? Is that what you're telling me?
Hi, hello, I'm an artist.
Hi, hello, my name is Artist. That's what your name tag says.
Yes. Hi, I'm artist. Who are you?
Hello, I like to art.
Yes. So, I've got my show coming up next month. Well, not when I say next month, it sounds like it's a long time. It's like
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, it
Because
opens
today is June 30th.
Well, technically it's already open because the show opens on the 29th.
Oh my goodness, your show is going on.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Ah!
We're recording this earlier.
Yeah, so that I have time to work on my show and not pull my hair out. But yeah, it's been a journey. I see why, love you, Beth. I see why you did not do this while being director. It is hard.
Yeah, she didn't do too many shows. There was one where it was like the staff show.
Yeah.
Just recently.
And she pulled a couple older things, but she made a couple new things for it too. But
her visible mending was so cool. But
it's just so fun, and just like, why not have some like little dots and little stitches and stuff just chilling out. Like,
shout out to Beth. Come on the podcast, Beth.
Yes, we'll have you on. She's been doing cool jelly prints recently, so maybe we could talk about that.
Keep it up, Beth.
Yes. And we are recording right after Ben's episode, so just full tea, full information. And we still have a stained glass class going on, so
you may hear stained glass making, whatever that sounds like, in the background. Yeah,
just a warning. So we'll see how that goes, but yeah, I'm getting ready for that show, or the show that is currently up, and man, I hate my brain because I go above and beyond and I don't need to. I could do the bare minimum, but man, do I want to make it everything that I can make it.
It's not so much that you should do the bare minimum. It's an option, but
True.
I'd say it's good that you're not doing the bare minimum. I think there's a healthy balance between minimal and maximal.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you are a little too much on the maximal side, but who am I to say?
I was about to say, hi, hello, I'm artist. Do you know me?
But, it's going to be worth it in the end, right?
Yeah. Hopefully.
What percentage of done are you right now, not as of when this is coming out?
Yeah, because as it's recorded, it's done, it's beautiful, it's stunning, and you need to go see it.
Yes, that's true.
So I've got about, I've started and stopped some pieces because I've been really struggling. I don't normally paint, so I was challenging myself with some painting, and so there's some male anatomy and female anatomy that I've kind of paused on because I'm just slowly working those areas. So if I had to put a percentage, I'd say I'm like 85-ish% done. Like, I think a solid 83%. So
are we talking butts?
No, we're not talking butts.
I just wanted to say the sentence, are we talking butts?
No, we're not talking butts.
I figured we weren't.
And we're not talking genitalia.
Oh, no? Really?
No, so it's just like, you need to go see it, but it's part of a man, his face and his chest. Basically, it's torso up of a man.
Okay.
And like mid-thigh and up of a woman.
Okay.
So, and the woman is covered. So.
Oh, okay.
Hey. But yeah, it's been really hard to kind of work with that stuff and try and think outside the box of like where I want to merge collage in and where I want to merge painting in, and that's a big balance of what I'm trying to figure out right now, because I'm throwing everything at it. So
the process.
Yeah. And so I'm just like, I don't know what I want. Like, I gotta paint a possum.
Possum.
Yes.
You already have raccoons. For those who have seen the
show
card, that's not a spoiler because it's on the card.
Yes, and that piece is called Dumpster Gothic. So,
great name.
Yes, play on American Gothic, and so I thought Dumpster Gothic was very fitting. The female raccoon is named Eleanor, and the male is named Buck. So we've got Eleanor and Buck.
Do the characters in American Gothic have names?
I don't think so, but
They should.
They should.
Let's make up names.
Yeah.
Uh,
Louise and
Jerry.
yes.
Gerald, but his friends call him Jerry.
Jerry.
His
yeah.
friends at the Legion.
Yeah. Oh, over at the Moose Lodge, you know.
In Decatur.
Yes. But I don't know. As I was painting them, I kind of just like created names and everything off the energy they were giving, trying to like mimic the feeling that's going on in the painting as well. And so I don't know why those names just really jumped out to me. And
Buck and Eleanor.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes.
I can't believe I remember that.
Yes. So yeah, they've got names, and I haven't named anything else. Because nothing. I don't. Well, I do have one other personified animal, but either way.
Teaser.
Yes.
You'll have to come out and see.
So that's been kind of the show, is looking at the dichotomy of what we consider iconic art and like classic beauty, in terms of then comparing it with the gross things, the animals that are undesirable, that are disgusting. Like, oh, I don't want to touch a snail. I don't want to touch a beetle. Like, combining those two ideas together and how they coexist in this kind of, you'll see in the show, I have a reoccurring theme of abstract floating lines in the background that are in black and white. So this idea of this neutral, crazy abstract space, and they're existing in that space of the iconic classic beauty versus this ugly, undesirable animal. And so, yeah.
Interesting dichotomy.
Yes, it's a little whimsical, a little, I don't know.
It's also a statement,
Yeah.
you know? So it's got a message.
Yeah, and you know me, I can't do anything simple. There's also an art installation that goes with it.
Oh
and
boy.
Everything, so.
We learned about art installations in a recent episode, I believe. Was it Christy's episode?
Yes,
Where
Christy.
she said she wanted to do an installation?
Yep, Christy talked about art installations. She wanted to do some fiber ones. Basically, if you've seen the show, so you already know this.
Of course.
But I'm taking some trash, like some bottle caps and some bottles that have been rinsed out and cleaned, and then they're going to be tacked up on the wall and have this broad sweeping line that it creates throughout, connecting all the pieces. So yeah, it's turning trash into this art piece. So again, the playing on that dichotomy of trash and
the undesirable art.
Yeah. So I think that's a big through line also that'll really kind of send it home, the message that I'm trying to give, I guess.
Well, I love it, and I think the marvelous makers and art appreciators will love it too, and they need to stop on by and see it.
And then my reception is on July 8th. You want to check that out, second Saturday from 6 to 9.
And it's the only thing going on that day.
Yes.
It's a very, opposite.
It is not the only thing going on, so
we'll get into that in a little bit.
Yes.
But it's going to be a great reception.
Yeah. And I'm paired up with Haley Barkley, amazing watercolor artist. We're probably going to get her on the pod too.
Spoiler.
Teaser. Yes, I was about to say.
Not a spoiler.
But, dangling the carrot in front of the horse.
Yeah, that's what we'll be doing on July 8th.
Yes.
Trying to entice her.
Yes.
Maybe not my best choice of words. Encourage her.
Yes. There we go. That's the wording we're looking for. But amazing watercolors that she mixes the usually female figures with animals. So I feel like our show pairs perfectly with all these things. She has like really good control and color with her watercolors, so I'm so excited to see all this together.
This will be her first show at Lemon Street.
This will be her first show. She was a last minute addition, and so she said, "Yeah, I'll take it on." And I was like, this is amazing. Like, our content is very similar in what we're trying to execute. I mean, her mission and her statement's different, but the end results are very similar in the pairings of animals and people.
Yeah.
So
it's synergy.
It was so weird. And she just joined us like a couple months ago.
Yeah, I haven't even met her.
Yeah.
But I've seen her work, so.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was weird. The brick brings out weird energy.
The Brick.
Yeah, the brick.
Oh, that's such a trendy name.
The brick gallery really brings out just magical energy every time we have a show here where it just turns out beautifully paired. And like, we don't always intentionally pair people. It just happens sometimes. We're like, this turned out amazing. Like I'd never doubt it. I have slight moments, I'm not gonna lie, but when it's up, it's like, oh my gosh, how did we the energy in this room? How did we match this up? So
yeah, it's a vivacious room, I have to say.
And we're also paired up with George and Ann Rowe. They do fused glass, so that's gonna be really fun.
I sat next to them at an annual meeting like 2 years ago, probably more. Yeah, and they were lovely. They told me all about their little where they built their house and all this kind of stuff. It was nice. So I look forward to seeing their stuff.
Yeah. And they do a lot of fun sculptural pieces. They'll also do some jewelry, little pendants usually. And I don't know, they really explore the medium and have fun with it. They've done a couple drop vases where they'll put it over like a slump mold and drop the fused glass on top of it and just kind of let it just drop. Yeah.
I was going to say, it sounds like something I do when I go to my aunt's house and I stub my toe on her table in the corner. Uh-oh, drop vase.
Oh, no. That connection.
That's what I shout out as it's falling. Uh-oh, drop vase.
Lord. But yeah, they didn't know what to call it, and so they just called it a drop vase because they literally just drop the glass on the mold and it becomes...
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, it looks all drippy and cool and...
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's really nice. But
I gotta see that. Well, I know where to see it.
At Lemon Street Gallery.
Do we know if that's gonna be one of their pieces?
They have one out in the main gallery right now.
So that'll probably be part of their show.
They're gonna try and bring.
Or if not, it will be in the main gallery during the show.
Yeah, so you could still see it there, but I don't know what they're doing for this newer collection because I know they've been having a lot of health issues. So I'm hoping they're okay, and we've been checking in on them, rooting for them, and trying to get through all that. So, but they said they're gonna do it. So,
well, that's wonderful.
Bunch of troopers, and they're lovely people.
We love you.
Yes, if you're listening, yes.
And even if you're not listening.
Yeah, even if you're not listening, lovely people.
Unconditional love.
Yes.
Well, what else do we have going on July 8th?
Oh boy, what don't we have going on?
Well, we have Pride, Kenosha Pride.
Kenosha Pride. Lemon Street will be having a booth at Kenosha Pride, so you can come say hi to us.
Is there going to be some sort of a activity or art related?
There'll be art related things. We're giving away free collage packs. So basically, a shout out to Missy Isley Poltrick. She's going to help me put together, if she's aware of this or not, I'm sorry. She's going to help me put together basically sheets of paper and different things that we find to make kind of a collage pack is what we call it. But basically, you're given this little Ziploc baggie full of stuff, and then it's just like, go make a collage using these items that's in this pack here. So Ziploc baggie. And
cool idea.
Kind of like a little fun art challenge, and we get to use stuff that's been donated to us too. So I think it'll be a fun and interesting way to kind of expand your horizon because you're just given this like limit of this is what you have, now make.
Is this something that you will be giving to people, expecting them to do there and then like show us, or like they just bring it home and do it later?
It might be at home and later because I think we have a vendor space, so we only have space for one tent.
Got it.
I know last year we had more of a section, but
it was a bit more spread out.
Yeah, so as I choke on my spit, so it might be a take home project, but those will be free, and we'll also have coloring pages. So
we love our coloring pages.
Shout out to Donovan.
We have a coloring. Well, I shouldn't say we. The Kenosha Art Market has a coloring page.
Yes.
In the new color of Kenosha, the 2023 edition. There's just one for 2023, and it's a big old book.
Yeah, that is.
Donovan
huge.
went to town.
He said we're gonna get everybody and anybody, and they're gonna be in this dang book.
Yeah, and everybody who's anybody is in.
Yeah,
including the Kenosha Art Market.
Yes.
And so we want to thank Donovan for that.
Yes, that was so sweet. And
speaking of the art market,
Oh yeah, they aren't market.
There was one,
Mhm.
and there will be another,
Yes.
and then another, and another, and another.
Yes, but we had our first art market, and I think it went over pretty well. We had slow start in the morning,
Yeah.
and kind of built up later.
It was
and-
Father's Day,
Mhm.
and I was telling everybody that would listen that, oh, dads go out to breakfast, so they'll be in later. And it did kind of pick up, so
Yeah, so maybe you were right.
maybe.
Not only can you tell the weather, you can also tell the attendance.
Have I reached the point where I'm like the dad whisperer
Yeah.
now? Like I know what dads do? Do I have enough
Oh
of a
no.
dad vibe?
You got the dad energy. You know what's
Oh,
going
gosh.
on. Oh no.
It's happening, isn't it? Jeez Louise. I'm currently thinking about how I have to mow my lawn.
No.
I'm not kidding.
Oh no.
It hasn't rained much, so I
No.
haven't mowed in like weeks. Don't tell anybody.
Oh no.
But it's got like
Your
long
HOA
bits.
will be mad.
I don't think I have one.
I don't
hope
either.
I don't have one.
I don't have one either.
If I do, they're mad. It's like
And you don't know about it.
there's big chunks, and then like the rest looks fine. But then so
And you're just like,
I gotta get out there.
get your dad sneakers on.
I'm not a sneaker guy. Although I did recently get a pair of, have you heard of Hey Dudes?
No.
Maybe some of the folks at home might know about Hey Dudes.
Oh, God.
It's a type of shoe. I think it's supposed to be worn without socks. At least I wear it without socks.
Ooh.
And it's kind of like fabric. It's not a Croc.
Okay.
I think it looks nicer than a Croc, but it's very much like a slip-on kind of
Shoe.
casual footwear.
Did you wear them to the art market?
Yeah.
Then I saw them.
You okay?
Yeah.
Well, what are your thoughts?
They look cool.
They're fine.
Yeah, they're casual. They blend in.
Yeah, I'm very much a flip-flop guy.
Mhm.
Given the option, I will wear flip-flops. But I know from past experience at the art market, when I'm there early setting up, there is very often dew.
Yeah.
And dew and flip-flops do not mix. You're
Yeah.
slipping and sliding. So that's why I wore the Hey Dudes.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
seemed to be a success.
It wasn't very dewy, so that was good.
Not very dewy, but it was duty.
Yeah. The shoes were.
Not like DOODY, DUDY. EY? You be the judge.
Yeah. But it was great.
boy.
The art market itself wasn't duty.
No, it was
was good.
fantastic.
Yes.
And there was not any duty
Yeah.
that we know of. There was some broken glass
Oh,
that we had to
gosh.
clean up.
Yeah. A little hand broom was sweeping it up. But there's been past years where some people have full-fledged left their dog duty out there, and it's
Yeah.
like, great. Now I didn't know I was picking up other people's dog duty to have a art market in this park.
I'm sure Beth and people that have been involved in the past have horror stories of things they found in the park when they get out there in the morning on the day of.
Oh, yeah.
I know we had at least one guy on a bench one time that we kind of,
Shoo him off.
I don't think we really shoot him as much as like hoped he would move, and then he did. So,
We had a creepy guy walking around.
oh yeah.
I don't know if we should talk about
He might be listening.
Oh, no.
Let's not give any details about who we're talking about,
Yep.
but I know who you're talking about.
Yep.
I hope nothing happened with him.
Yeah. I'm just
But-
going to shut my mouth on that one.
I also I had to make all the swings come down.
Yeah.
That was my activity that I've never had to do before. All the swing set. Some kid probably had like spun them all up, so they were all like caught up
And
way up
wrapped around.
high.
Mhm.
So I had to like get a long stick, which was actually the banner for the art market that I used to kind of like poke it up.
You're
and
just
then
swatting at it.
Yeah, I had to get the initial like up and over to get it going, and then from there I could just kind of
And it was the
swing
most
it.
noisiest task
Oh,
ever.
everybody turned around and stared at me, and I had to be like, "Don't mind me, fixing the swings." And then I did that, and then like
Minutes
cute
later.
20 minutes later, there's kids swinging on the swings, and it's creak, 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 creak,
And
and we're like, I should have left the swings up.
we need some WD-40 out there.
Yeah, Kenosha Parks Department, if you're listening, the swing set at Union Park could use some good old
WD.
grease.
Some WD-40. So, but yeah, that was our art market. We had about, I think, 65 artists, and it was just amazing,
Oh, so great.
amazing energy. So,
I love seeing everybody out there. I think we had some new vendors this time.
oh yeah, we did. Yeah.
I was at the info booth most of the time that I was there, so I didn't really get a chance to walk around that much. But
Yeah.
the ones across from us were wonderful. They were doing what do you call it, silk screening or no,
They
no,
were
no.
doing
Like dipping?
marbling silk scarves. Yeah, so it was water marbling.
They had these like rectangular basins filled with water that they were putting paint on top of, and then like dipping silk scarves and handkerchiefs in, and it would make a beautiful pattern.
So there's something you mix in the water that makes the paint sit on the surface, and then you can like drag it around and make cool patterns and stuff. So yeah, marbling's cool. I like that.
And I think I overheard them telling people that they would be at the next art market weather dependent. They said the art market is, rain or shine, but we are not. I heard them telling people. So we'll see.
Well, dang, I didn't hear that threat.
I heard it. No. So hopefully it's
God is my witness.
I think it was something to do. They made it sound like it was like they couldn't do what they do.
I think it was
mentioning
September.
Oh.
They might have been mentioning.
Oh, maybe it wasn't the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should,
No, that's
asterisk, okay. Not necessarily the next one. Whatever their next one is what I
Sure, maybe. Who knows?
Who knows?
But either way, it was fun standing across from them and watching that all day.
They had crowds that would come every time they were going to do a dip.
There's like, gather round. It
was fun.
So that was really cool. And what else is happening on?
Oh, one more thing to round it out.
Yes.
Shout out to our friends at the K-Town Connects podcast, Donnie and Jason. They are guest bartending at the Lakeside Deck, which is attached to the Wyndham Garden Harborside Hotel.
That's a mouthful.
That's its full government name.
You're going to dox its full government
I'm doxing a hotel.
Yes.
It's the old Holiday Inn. I think it was a Best Western for a while there too, but that's, the hotel down by the lake next to what used to be Common Grounds. Now Anna's on the lake.
Gosh dang, so many things are changing.
They got the Lakeside Deck there, which is a beautiful little spot to grab a cocktail and some food.
And support Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, they're going to be donating all the money that they make from their guest bartending to Planned Parenthood, and they've asked me to join to do, I don't know what. I think they want me to sell raffle tickets.
Oh, I thought they were doing a live podcast there.
Something like that. I don't know. Ask them.
Oops.
I don't think they figured it out yet.
Oops.
But whatever it is will be great because they're great people.
Yes.
And we want you to stop on by that as well. And I'll be there hanging out. I may be doing some sort of recording with them. I think they have something planned.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and then I'll see them at my reception afterwards.
Yes. Boom. Yes. And we're right across the street from Pride.
Yeah.
So we're not.
You could do it all.
You should.
Yeah. And you should. It's going to be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I can see into the future already. The weather's going to be amazing. So do it all. Thank you.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back after we have some lovely words from our sponsors.
Hello, ArtSpace podcast fans. This is Joseph from Draw Joseph Studio. Most of you know who I am. I have this fabulous world-class draw studio up in Racine at the Racine Business Center, 1405 16th Street. My studio is real easy to find. It's on the first floor on the east side, right inside the tunnel. If you know the Racine Business Center, it's a big, tall brick building, and there's a big Von Schrader on the east side of the building, and the tunnel's right underneath the Von. So come in the tunnel, first studio to your right. And on every Tuesday afternoon at 5:30, the gates open up, and at 6 p.m., I have a model posing. You're invited. It's free. Tip the model. Hope to see you there.
Hey, we're back.
Shelby brought us back. Wow.
Gotcha.
I was all ready to do it, and then boom, you snuck in there.
Hey, I got to do some things sometimes.
Yeah.
Switch on and off.
Yeah. I love it. I welcome it.
You're like, oh, one less thing I got to do? Ooh.
I'm always a fan of that.
So we just took a break and we did off-air chit-chatting. Talking about ideas and
oh yeah, so much going on.
Yes, it's such a we're trying to muster up the energy right now.
I'll lead the way.
Yeah.
I have a topic.
Yes, talk.
This is not art related in the slightest.
I don't care. Go for it.
I'm planning a trip.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Where are you going?
Maybe in September. That wasn't the question you asked me. You did not ask me when. You asked me where.
When are you going?
I'm going to go to Canada. Oh, you asked me when. I am planning on going maybe around Labor Day. I'm not sure. Nothing is set in stone yet, but I definitely want to go to the Canadian Rockies.
Ooh.
And like Banff and Jasper.
I've always wanted to go to Canada.
Yeah.
I haven't.
I've been to Ontario only.
I gotta go.
On the way from Michigan to Niagara Falls.
Ooh.
So yeah, just a much more commercial stretch of Canada, I guess I would say. Like, nothing wrong with it, but yeah. But I want to go up into the wilderness. I want to see mountains again.
Mooses.
That's a Lord of the Rings reference.
Oh,
maybe mooses.
Mises.
Moose.
Moose
It's just
eye?
moose, right?
Yes. Look, a plethora of moose.
I'd love to see a plethora of moose.
All right.
But yeah, no, I like a road trip,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a couple more vacation days to use.
Ooh.
Not nearly as many as I would like
Ooh.
because I used them all already.
Ooh.
But I got like 5 left, and I think if I plan this carefully,
Me
I
tight
can-
squeeze.
yeah. But and if I use Labor Day, because I get Labor Day off,
Ooh. Yeah.
and then I might be able to pull this off. And
Maximize it. Yeah.
I am when it comes to road trips, almost exclusively, I have gotten this down to a science.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have a method.
Okay.
And I'm a planner.
Oh, okay.
And you know me and everything else in life, I'm not much of a planner.
But when it comes to travel,
I take that seriously.
dead serious
The
with
only
travel.
thing I take seriously, maybe. So I've got every single place where I would stop already picked out.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like, I'm not even sure I'm going to do this. I might not have the financing to do this, but if I do, I'm ready.
Well, you should open a travel agency.
Nah, I just want to do it for myself.
Okay.
I'm not in this to make money.
I don't want to plan other
I'm in
people.
this to spend money.
Ooh.
But yeah, I'm gonna kind of go up through Minnesota, the Dakotas, up into what would that be? Saskatchewan, and then Alberta. Maybe I'll clip the little corner of Manitoba so I can say I went there.
You went to the Toba.
Because I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast, but I've been to all 50 states.
Yeah. Woo.
Have I talked about that?
I can't remember.
Probably.
This is episode 43. I think.
Must have come up at some point.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I've been to all 50 states, so I got to do some of Canada.
Ooh.
I've only been to Ontario of all the Canadian provinces.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll go up to Jasper, down to Banff.
Banff.
That's what it's called, right?
Oh.
I'm always unsure if it's a BAM or BAN. I think it's spelled BANFF, N as in Nancy, but it's pronounced with an
I ain't
M.
no English teacher.
It's a national park in Canada, and is that an acronym? Does it stand for something? I don't think so.
Badass.
Oh, don't say it.
Northern.
Yeah. Don't tell it people what that FF stands for. Well, you already said the A word, so we might have to quack that duck.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well.
Quack that duck.
Quack that duck.
Get that mallard in here.
Yeah. But, yeah, no. And then I want to go down along the Rockies there and then go to Glacier National Park, which is in Montana. That one I have never been to, and that's high on my bucket list. I'm a national parks collector.
Oh.
That's probably come up on the podcast in the past, too.
Probably.
Maybe.
Maybe. Who knows?
I also happen to be wearing a shirt with a
Yosemite.
national park on it right now. My Yosemite shirt.
It's a nice shirt.
You'll see it in the selfie that we post for Ben's episode last week.
I was about to say, we're taking a selfie again?
No. We're not going to do one for this
Just
one.
me and you taking a selfie.
Yeah, we can. Nothing saying we can't.
True.
So, yeah, I want to go to that, and then I'm going to come on back. And I think I can swing it in about 9 days. And it's going to be a lot of driving, though. But I like it. And I'm probably going to go by myself.
Ooh, solo trip.
I like a solo road trip. Most of my road trips have been by myself.
You said me and the open road.
Yeah, it's like my communing with nature, sort of.
Aw.
I'm not supernatural. Like, I don't camp. Like, I make sure to stay in a hotel every night.
Oh, yeah, you're not into...
No, I like nature. I just want to sleep in a bed.
Just not on that,
I need a
granola
structure.
level where you're going to roll out a little pad.
Maybe someday. But where I'm at now, I'm sleeping in a hotel, which is why I may not be able to afford this. But I don't need the Ritz-Carlton in Edmonton.
Give me a night's in.
Yeah, I'm fine with whatever. Just no bugs, please.
Yes. Oh,
But I do intricate research on every hotel. I have them all pre-scheduled.
Wow.
And I know exactly where I need to be every night. Like I said, I have this travel thing down to a science.
Wow.
And most people, this is why I can't start a travel agency.
Oh, okay.
Most people would hate traveling this way.
Oh.
because I am on the move. I do not linger.
You jam pack.
I'm pulling 500 miles a day most days.
Go.
Less when I'm in the area that like the actual national parks, but
you're
to
going
and from.
the speed limit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's
legally. Yeah,
I'm moving.
Okay,
I keep her moving.
Keep her moving.
And so. Yeah, a lot of people, that's what I mean. People don't really want to travel like that. It's just probably why most of my road trips have been solo, but it's fun for me. And because I'm a completionist, I want to see as much as I can.
Yeah.
And
you're not one to just like, I want to chill around this for a little. Like, no, you're not.
I love it chill. I love chilling, but I can chill on my couch.
Yeah.
You know.
So you want the activities, you want the...
If I'm in Banff, I want to see that lake with the mountains and stuff, you know.
You want to be out there.
I want to go there. Then I want to go to that other place. And then that other place over there. You know?
And maybe that other winery or distillery.
Yeah. Something like that.
Gotta check them out. So
when I was on my first road trip through Montana, my dad, he was a big beer guy, and he told me like, hey, you're in Montana. Can you? One of my favorite breweries is called Big Sky Brewery, and they're based in Missoula, Montana. And while you're out there, can you pick me up this certain? I think it was like a barley wine, which is a very fancy beer. And can you pick me up one of those? You can't really get it around here. And now, keep in mind, this was like at least like 8 years ago now. And so I went to like the gas station there, and they didn't have it. And then I went to like an actual liquor store, like in Bozeman, Montana, and they did not have it. They had other beers from that brewery, but not that specific beer. And so I'm like, I'm only going to one more place, and if they don't have it, we're screwed. And so I went to the last place. I went to Big Sky Brewing Company in Missoula, Montana, and they had it, if you can believe that.
I'm surprised. I'm shocked.
Yeah, I actually went to the brewery.
You said, you know what? Cut out the middleman.
Yeah,
We're going there.
I know. If anybody's going to have it, they're going to have it. And they had it. So.
Aw, well, nice.
Yeah, that became like a tradition with my dad. He would always give me some obscure beer from like some small brewery and wherever I was going. When I did a road trip through the Northeast in New England, and he had me stop at Allagash Brewing in Portland, Maine.
Wow.
And pick up a certain, I forget which kind it was. But, yeah.
I'm not much of a traveler. I would like to be a traveler, but I don't know. I don't think I got it in my bones.
Here, I'll go on my soapbox. This isn't really a soapbox. This is more of like a pulpit.
Give me the spiel.
I'm going on my travel pulpit.
Okay.
Don't travel how other people tell you to travel.
Okay.
You know, you'll see these Instagrams and what have you. You got to do this and go here and do this and blah, 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 blah. Do it how you want to do it. You know, you're only young once. I did my first big road trip. I was 25. Ooh. And I'm much older than that now, but I'm still doing it that way because it was fun. And I did it my way. And like Frank Sinatra said. So there. Okay, pulp it over. Travel. Get out and see the world.
Okay. I don't know. I'll think about it.
And go where, you know, nobody can tell you what to do and see and where to go and how to go. You gotta come up with that yourself. Yeah. What inspired me, and I'm really rambling here. Holy
moly.
Go for it. This is an art podcast.
No, it's not. Not for this episode.
This week, baby.
Yeah.
What inspired me to travel my first big road trip was national parks. So there was. Are you familiar with Ken Burns, the documentarian?
Yeah.
He did a national parks documentary probably about 15 years ago now.
With the Ken Burns.
Yeah.
But the editing style?
Yeah, he's very much got his own style. And he's done so many different documentaries, like the Civil War and baseball and jazz.
Well, he has an effect named after him.
Sure.
It's a video editing.
He's also a dude.
Yeah.
But so I know what you're talking about.
Okay, I was just like...
He 100%, yeah. And if you watch any of his documentaries, they're all like that.
It's the slow zoom in.
And I love it so much. Anyways, it's my guilty pleasure.
Slow zoom in.
But my favorite of his documentaries is it's called The National Parks, America's Best Idea. Ooh. And it's all about the national parks. And it was 100% my inspiration to start traveling.
Ooh,
and
nice.
because I watch it, and like a big focus of the first couple of episodes, because it's like 8 episodes or something like that, and they're all like 3 hours long.
Oh gosh.
It's so big, and I love it. The big focus is Yosemite National Park. I'm wearing the shirt.
Ooh.
That's my favorite place I've ever been.
Aww.
And the reason I wanted to go is because I saw the documentary and I learned about John Muir. And he was from Wisconsin, by the way. Technically he was from Scotland, but he lived in Wisconsin for a long time. He went to UW-Madison. Interesting guy, very fascinating guy. And he was a champion for Yosemite.
Cool.
Some folks at home know. And, but that was a big inspiration for me that got me to start traveling. So that was what it was for me.
Gotcha.
That won't be it for you. Maybe it will.
Mine would be art museums, just touring all different art museums everywhere if I can, doing art tours. And
I've only been to 2, Chicago and Milwaukee.
Not even the Racine?
Racine Art Museum.
What?
Oh God, maybe I shouldn't have admitted that.
Wow.
I mean, seen
that bubble.
I need to seriously. I mean, I blather at people here on the podcast about it, but I'm very much guilty. I'm very much bubblified.
Gotcha. We'll have to do like an art dudes day.
Art buddies.
Yeah, art buddies day.
We talked about this. This can be what the remainder of the episode is about. The art bubbies. I combined bubble and buddies.
I do like bubbies.
Bubbies? That means like a Jewish grandma, right?
I call everyone a bubby at home though.
Bubby?
Yeah. Because I'll just look at Stan on the couch.
It doesn't mean Jewish grandma. It means like friend in Jewish.
I think so.
Like Yiddish or whatever. I'm dumb. Sorry. Don't listen to me.
But I call Stan a bubby all the time because he'll just sit there and look at me like with this dumb little look on his face. I'm just like, you're a little bubby.
When I hear the word bubby, what I think of is the movie Die Hard.
Oh, really?
Have you seen the movie Die Hard?
It's been a while, but I don't know.
Hans Gruber, the bad guy, who is played by Alan Rickman. Is that his name? Yeah,
I think so.
He's like talk. There's like, what's that scene? There was like a guy that was in the office building that was like gonna betray all the other people. He was kind of like a secondary bad guy, and so he goes in to meet with Hans, and he says like, Hans, Bubby, come on, or something. I don't remember the rest of the line.
I didn't remember that part.
That's what I think of when I hear Bubby. I'm pretty sure that's a thing, right?
I don't know, but I call everyone bubbies. I call Alex Bubby. It's just nice.
So pop that Bubby.
Yeah.
And find your art Bubby.
Yes.
But yeah, no, that was a cool idea that kind of came up.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Episode. Yeah.
That just turned into, I was like, get an art buddy, go out once a month. And I'm like, we could turn that into something.
Yeah.
So
maybe the flagship one can be me and you going to the Racine Art Museum.
Yeah, we'll round up a field trip, get your art bud, and we'll do a group field trip over to the Racine Art Museum because it's an easy go.
Yeah, I it's definitely one of the things that I've been meaning to do. We all have that list of meaning to do.
Yeah.
So.
And it's not like a huge museum where you're like the Milwaukee Art Museum where you're like, oh gosh, this is you spend all day there.
Yeah. Like
that's an excursion.
Right. And same with like Chicago.
Yeah. But I like the Racine one because it's contemporary art. It's contemporary craft technically. So it's got anything glass, weaving, fiber. They don't really printmaking and things like that. They don't really hone in on painting mainly. Right. That's not their main focus. They do a lot of sculptural stuff. But it's looking at craft, art and craft, and just really cool. Really cool place. I used to work there and I know that building like the back of my hand. And it's just a really cool place. Really cool people. It doesn't take all day to do it, so it's not like where's my energy?
It's accessible.
Yes.
Now, if you were to do a road trip kind of thing, which would be high on your list of art museums that you would want to go to?
I want to go to Denver.
Denver.
The art scene is just amazing over there.
Was it Dean that was telling us about this? Yes, recently. Yeah.
So I know that was even before Dean was on the podcast and everything. Alex and I were thinking about doing a trip out to Denver at some point, but it got lost in the wind and we got so busy and everything, so it kind of just fell apart. But you know how that goes. And so yeah, we were planning probably like a year or so ago. We were planning to go out to Denver for a week and just basically do all the art stuff and go to like I think Meow Wolf or something. It's this interactive, like immersive.
I gave a very confused look for
Yes.
people.
It's basically it's got lights. It's got like it's a very interactive.
I would have thought it was a band.
No.
If you told me.
I mean, that is also a nice band name.
Great band name.
But it's an interactive art thing. And it's just they seem like they have a lot of galleries over there. It just seems like it's just teeming with.
So you don't necessarily, you wouldn't single out a specific art museum. It's more about an art scene that you want to.
Yes, I want to experience.
Partake in.
Yes. Yeah. And then I'd probably also go to Georgia at some point to see the world's biggest aquarium. Because a little fact about me, I love aquariums. I love fish.
You're a fish lady?
Yeah, I'm a fish lady.
What's your favorite fish?
My favorite fish? Oh, that put me on the spot.
Oh, big time spot.
Yeah. I'm a big snail person.
That's not a fish.
I know, but
sea snail.
There's aquatic snails and everything. So I really like snails and shrimps. I don't know, just like their structures really interest me. But a fish, it might be I forgot the actual name of it. It's like a kissy lip gourami. They have really weird lips.
Kissy lip.
I that's always what I call them.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the casual name.
Okay.
Gourami, yes. So
interesting.
They have really weird lips that are very full, and they just look like they're just little pouty.
Is this big, little?
Gouramis can get pretty big. It depends on kind of
like the size of a baseball or like.
They could get that big if they're in an environment that will let them.
Okay.
But yeah, they're a bigger fish. And then I always love parrotfish. You can never be wrong with a parrotfish. They're so social. They're like little floating oranges in the tank.
Ollie want a cracker?
Oh my
Did they say that?
No. But I love parrotfish. They're a very, very social fish.
Okay.
So
I didn't know that. You've got me beat with the fish department.
Yeah. At one point, I was going to be a marine biologist.
Oh, yes. That we've talked about.
Yes.
So that makes sense.
I was certified scuba diver and everything, and was going to get certification for underwater photography, which that was like a 2-year process, and I didn't do that and started my art journey.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm not a big aquarium guy. I think I'd rather do an aquarium than like a museum. I'm really not a museum guy. I hate to admit it. Like,
yes.
I wish I was.
Yeah.
Because I appreciate museums. But I'm always like, okay. I don't want to sit here and just read this thing. Like I can read Wikipedia at home.
Yeah.
And that's so horrible to say. I'm very sorry, all listeners, because I love having museums, but it's just not for me.
Not for you.
Like,
well,
I would go through it. I would speed run it, you know, like I do with travel. Like I got to keep it moving, you know, because there's always something cooler out there that I want to go see. So I'll go to a museum, and I do go to museums, but I don't want to sit and just read the whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
I'll look at it and then move on.
Yeah, that's usually how I approach it too. Is like I spend a lot more time looking than reading. That's how I kind of view it. Yeah,
I love reading. I have nothing wrong with reading. I want to know this information, but it's just time. You know?
Yeah. So normally I just do a lot of looking and analyzing and not so much reading unless there's a piece where I feel like I need more context. Then I'll go and like read a plaque or something. And that's a common known thing that people will spend like 5 seconds on plaque information or like any information that's given to you in a museum. They'll spend 5 seconds like reading it. So yeah. But yeah, museums are cool, and the Racine Art Museum, I think they're gonna have a cool exhibit partnered with Mahogany Gallery.
Oh, nice! Our friends over there.
Yeah, so it's something about the future. The prompt was I can't remember it, but it's something to do with the future of culture and everything. So fast forward. Yeah, looking forward to what it might be like and everything. So it's a really cool prompt, and
that's an interesting idea. I've had people in the past, you know, they'll pose the like hypothetical question of like, where would you, if you could travel in time, where would you go? What era would you go to? And, there's lots of cool stuff in history I'd like to see.
Yeah.
But I'm always tempted to say, I want to go like 500 years in the future.
Yeah, just take a peek.
Because like, I already know what happened in the past. Or if I don't know, like I theoretically could find out, at least to some extent, what the gist of what was going on at any point in history. But I don't know what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
Nobody does. I want to go see,
Take a peek.
It would be hard figuring out how far into the future. Like you want to go far enough that like it's different, but not too far.
Where it's like completely this foreign thing
like
that you
Earth
can't.
is scorched because the sun exploded.
and get sad.
Right.
And then you have the whole
but maybe
the
that would
end
be
is
fun.
nigh, the end is nigh moment.
Yeah, no.
So
Future. Good to look forward.
yeah, they did a art exhibit, basically just an art piece based on what you think future culture will look like. And
So instead of traveling in time to the future, you could go to the Racine Art Museum and get an idea. And it's a lot easier than building a time machine.
yeah, it's like $12 to go there.
Yeah,
So
and it's physically possible.
yeah.
Unlike a time machine.
So go look at it. I don't know if it's up or the timeline on that, but hey,
Coming soon.
yeah, to you
Probably.
possibly. So, hey, I'm just making you aware of things.
That's good. That's good. You're my art buddy.
Oh yeah,
My art bubby.
yeah, art bubby. I'm many people's art bubbies. They'll just randomly reach out and be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
We all need one.
I know.
And you're one of the best ones.
Aw,
'Cause you know what's going on.
I try and share it. The other day, at the art market. Oh my gosh, I was gonna cry.
Oh, yeah.
Shout
Soud.
shout out to Sarah. Sarah Ratliff.
I saw you talking to her.
Yes, she told me the story of how I shared something with her through, I don't know if it was Marvelous Makers or anything. I shared something and she got a mural painted through that information that I've shared. And
Holy moly.
she just outright just poured her heart out to me and was just like, I couldn't do a lot of these art things without you and how you make them aware. And it's just,
Oh.
I almost cried when I was with her because, yeah, she's just a sweetie.
Well,
So,
that's what it's all about.
yeah. And I told her, I'm like, I do it just to help out because you don't know where these things are. So I'll be the what are they, the lightning rod.
You're the concierge.
Yes, for all art in the area. But no, just seeing that and seeing that impact, to see that an artist received a job and got to paint a mural in a senior living facility that was of something they were passionate about, which was she got to do a butterfly and moth mural. And so it just, the way everything aligned, she was just like, I'm so thankful to have you, the Marvelous Makers and art appreciators and just everything, and having those connections. So
It's wonderful.
yeah, I almost cried at the art, just standing there blubbering. Sarah's talking to me, so that's why it took me so long to get back.
Yeah,
to the
meanwhile,
booth.
I'm telling people, Shelby will be back any minute.
And I'm just like over here, oh my gosh, Sarah.
We had a lot of questions at the
Oh.
art market for the second half of it. Or, well,
Yeah.
I wasn't there for all of it, but we had a lot
You
of
weren't there for the all
engagement.
of it.
No, not there for the all of it.
Okay, good. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, and hope to see you at the next one in July.
Wait, can I pull up a calendar?
Calendar math.
Third Sunday would be July 16th.
July 16th. We'll see you. You better better get your butts over there. July 16th from 10 to 2, Union Park.
It's going to be great.
Yes. And I better see your butts at the reception too, because I want to see all
July 8th.
July 8th. I want to see all the cool kids there, and meet the Marvelous Makers and the art appreciators.
Yeah.
So you're all cordially invited
Right.
to my party.
And before that, come by Kenosha Pride and visit the Lemon Street booth.
Yes.
And then stop at the Lakeside Deck and get a beer or
Yes.
something. And
Fundraise for Planned Parenthood.
Yes, goes to a good cause.
Mm-hmm.
And
So yeah, you got a lot of stuff on your
we
agenda.
have your day planned.
Yeah, it's fully planned.
It's on you to actually do it.
Yes. So we've got you booked for July 8th and a unknown date for Art Buddies, and we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah.
All right.
Coming
sounds good.
soon.
Yes. Check your iCalendar.
I don't have an iPhone.
Oh.
It's just a calendar, not an iCalendar.
Check your Google Calendar.
Why do you say that with a Midwest accent?
Google Calendar. Why not? I'm Midwestern.
Yeah. It's the working man's calendar. Blue collar calendar.
Yeah, the blue collar.
I'm a calendar for the people.
Google Calendar. I did Google.
Yeah. Not no West Coast elitist calendar.
iCalendar.
iCalendar. La-di-da.
Wah. Well, we're kind of winding down here. Yeah.
I think they want us to end.
Yeah, it's like, oh God, how much longer? Well, we've had fun chit-chatting.
Yes. We will be back soon with a guest and
Yes.
stuff. We have
Things have
some
been
people
busy.
planned. So, yeah.
We appreciate your grace and lack of social media posting, which I will attend to once.
Hey, she's got a show coming up, folks. You
Yeah.
heard about it. So
Yeah.
that's
So-
why.
We'll get that fixed. We'll get more engagement on social media and stuff, and I'll get my gear together, get in gear, and actually get the Patreon stuff going too. So, yeah.
So check back.
Yeah, got a lot of stuff going on in the future as well. So, lots of promised things. But you can find us wherever you get your podcasts: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts.
The podcast for the people.
Yes, Google Podcasts, or I lost my Spotify.
Spotify is one. We're on
Stitcher.
YouTube.
Yep, my brain just went whoop. And then yeah, you can find us on YouTube. If you can give us a like, rating, subscribe, 5-star, whatever platform you're on.
All that junk.
Yep, we would greatly appreciate that, as that helps us with the algorithm overlords, and we can keep spreading the word of the great art that's happening in this area.
Yeah.
And you can always find us on social media, as we've been talking about, the Facebook group, the Marvelous Makers and Art Appreciators. Look out for Art Buddies.
Art buddies.
Art buddies.
Art bubbies.
Bubbies. I kind of want to make it bubbies.
It can be both.
Yes. Buddies/bubbies.
We'll see.
And then our Facebook page, ArtSpace Podcast, and Instagram at the ArtSpace Pod. And hey, if you want to email us, we are the artspacepod@gmail.com.
Yes,
So
we are.
if you've got any suggestions, anyone that you want to have as a guest,
Yeah.
let us know.
Let us know.
Yeah, we love feedback, so that's a direct line to us to have a chit chat about that.
Mhm.
So,
And we want to thank our sponsor, Joseph from Draw Joseph. We want to thank our friends at Would You Kindly for doing our theme song.
yes,
I got kind of quiet here. We're in the NPR portion of the podcast.
The
As we
stained
thank
glass class
everybody.
is ending. So
Seems like it's quieter than it was.
yes,
So that's good.
The
We want
vibe is
to thank
changing.
the stained glass class
yes, for quieting down.
and for just doing their thing.
Yes.
But
So.
yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you for listening. We truly appreciate all the support. I can't believe we're on episode 43 already.
43.
And
We're coming up on 50.
yeah,
Do
should
we
we
have
just,
to do something big for 50?
I don't know.
We
Leave
got to
us
get
some
we got to get a
comments.
white whale.
Oh yes.
It's got to be like somebody we've been trying to get for a while.
Oh, I thought you were just straight up having Moby Dick
Oh,
on the pod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Captain Ahab and,
Yeah.
and Nemo will join
Mm.
us. Oh, the whale. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess give us some ideas for 50 if you want to see something crazy, something special. Yeah, because we clearly don't have any idea for that.
But we're going to keep cranking them out
Yes.
because we love it.
We love doing this, and we love the amount of support we can provide, and just the platform that we're providing to artists. So,
And it's fun.
yes, silly, it's fun, and it's a little dumb, and that's okay.
It's my favorite part.
But we'll see you guys in the next episode. Well, it's not my normal phrasing. I think that about wraps it up for this episode.
Uh-huh.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Depression, addiction, the thrill that you seek. Our restlessness cages the fire we need. We're here to inspire the wild and the